Om. 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 Hello, women. I am back. And I'm really excited to be back. It has been a minute, and I have processed a lot. I am ready to serve. It was a process going back to school and balancing being a mama and being a lifestyle coach. And so here I am. I'm back, and I am excited. I'm feeling re-inspired. I got to go on vacation. So much fun. And how was your summer? Let me know. Comment below. How was your summer? Did you do anything exciting? Did you do anything that was that inspired you, that you had been waiting a long time to do? Did you take time for yourself and care for yourself this summer? Are you ready to get back to the grind? How are you feeling about the fall? Are you feeling those pumpkin spice lattes and apple picking? I'm really excited to do things like apple pick. I love apple picking, and I love fall because my birthday's in the fall, and the weather. Fall is Vata time. It is cool, and it is variable as well. So it's kind of like one of those changeable seasons where we get rain or we have a nice day, or it's also typically pretty windy in the fall time, and that cool, dry air is very Vata provoking. So it's actually very balancing for a Pitta Kapha type like me. And so right now I'm just inviting some members on as I'm blabbing about fall and about Vata. And my Pitta got pretty high this summer, but I'm starting to feel more balanced now, knowing that the cool fall is coming. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I've actually started to put some more cayenne. I think that I needed to stimulate my Agni a bit. So I've been putting more heating spices in my food because I avoided them so much over the summer. And my Agni was saying, okay, it's time, because there's a little excess mucus, and I think it was time to really stoke that Agni. So I've been adding cayenne and black pepper to my food. And granted, that's not for everybody, but if you tend towards being cold or not having a very strong appetite or a variable appetite, you could benefit from a little excess heat, little spiciness in your diet. And so I'm going live a little early. Hey, Kristen. And just because I'm starting to feel tired, I have a long day. I get up nice and early to do my spiritual practice in the morning. I am a high school teacher, so I'm back to school. And I got my 2 little girls, and they're a handful when I come home. But it's fun, and I am working on being present all the time and just enjoying them. And yeah, so I am really looking forward to jumping back into the group. I've been posting, and I am feeling inspired to post and share about some of the tools and the things that I do on a daily basis that help keep me balanced and healthy and feeling beautiful and vibrant and ready for the day, positive and grateful. And so I'm ready to share those things with you. So I took some time to regroup. I had an awesome summer. I started this group, and so many beautiful women started following me. I have some beautiful clients who are with me now and working with them now. So this summer has really been amazing to follow my dream and follow my passion, and I'm going to keep doing that. So coming back to school, it was a little bit difficult balancing the routine going back, and it's overwhelming. I know we all have our struggles, whatever we're doing. Being a teacher for me is exhausting. It is absolutely draining. I do my best to do things and have a certain mindset during the day that I feel energized. I love what I do. I love Spanish and I love teaching. And I think it's the environment that can be pretty draining. The kids can be pretty draining. And then I come home and I have to be mama. So I have to find some tools in order to keep myself vibrant and keep myself energized and positive thinking as well. There's a lot of negativity that goes on at work, in the office, and in my work environment as well. And so you have to combat that negativity and come at that negativity with a lot of positivity. And that takes a lot of energy too and a lot of practice. Hey, Michelle. I'm early, I know that's what you're thinking. But I was starting to get tired, so I'm like, I'm jumping on. The girls are in bed. I got them to bed nice and early, 7:30. And talking a little bit about school and getting back into my routine. So I was feeling really overwhelmed, feeling like I had to be present for the group and present for my daughters, and also getting back into the routine, being present for my students and all the work that I have to do there. So I am feeling like I'm ready. I had a few weeks, probably like a month. We started August 20th. So I've been in there a solid month, ready to, and kind of getting into my routine again. And it was definitely overwhelming. And I felt like, man, I'm not going to have enough energy to put into my women's group. But here I am. I've got the energy. I'm doing what I can do to live my passion and spread this awesome wisdom. What else? And so I'm really looking forward to giving you some amazing content this quarter, this fall season, and give you lots of tools that you can use on a daily basis to realize your happiest and healthiest versions of yourselves through yoga and Ayurveda. Just the way that I have the tools that I use on a daily basis, I am ready to share with you. And so, using yoga and Ayurveda to be my best version is my goal for myself, and it's my goal for you. And I'm looking forward to connecting with each and every one of you in the very near future. And so I'm planning to go live Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm going to say, around 8:30, 9 o'clock. I'm going to aim for 9 o'clock. Usually that's like a safe hour for me with the girls are in bed. Maybe I have some time to journal, and I'm also making time to journal during the day for sure. And what else? So I posted about a brain break, and I'm ready to give you some tools to start implementing immediately. So when you are at school or you're at work, wherever you are, whatever your duty is, if you're at home with the kids and you just feel like you need a minute, you've hit a wall, you're overwhelmed, you're overstimulated, the dishes are piled up, the kids at school are giving me trouble, whatever it is, I have lots of paperwork due. Hi, Susie. Whatever it is, however you're feeling overstimulated. Maybe you had a tough conversation at work or a tough conversation with your husband or your partner, whatever it is, and you feel like, oh my gosh, I just can't take one more thing until I have a blank. And then it's like fill in the blank, whatever it is, whatever your vice is that makes you feel good, whatever your go-to thing. Maybe for some of you it's a cigarette or a drink or a coffee or chocolate, that caramel frappuccino, maybe it's a bag of chips, anything that makes you feel good. Maybe it's Netflix, like you need to watch your Netflix show, whatever series you're into, Insatiable or something. I just finished that. Or a tequila shot. That's kind of my thing too. I love tequila, but we all have our things, and it's okay. Whatever it is, it's fine. The reality is that it serves the same purpose of decompressing us, of kind of taking us to another place so we don't have to deal with the shit that's going on. And, I really understand the feeling, and I have some healthy options that I've implemented into my day, and for you to start feeling refreshed and really get ready to take on the next part of your day. So wherever you're at, you're feeling overwhelmed, you stop, and you need to decompress or energize. Usually that it's like one or the other. So you're feeling either really tired and like kind of maybe lethargic or maybe a little depressed, a little negative, you might need to energize. Or you feel like you need to decompress. You're like way up here, really intense, all up in your head, thinking too much. Maybe, you've had a really stimulating day. You've been running around with the kids, whatever it is. You always need to, number one, check in with yourself. So what do you need? How are you feeling? Are you overstimulated and need to chill? Or are you low energy and need to energize? And so that's step one, check in with yourself. And so if you need to energize, what do you need to do? You need to, instead of having that cup of coffee, granted, I love coffee, guys, don't get me wrong, but I honestly, recently I've tried to not drink coffee. I've like kind of taken it out of my diet because I feel like it doesn't serve me. At one point, it just was like coffee wasn't really energizing me. It was just kind of making me feel like crap and making me kind of anxious and not really giving me that jolt that I was looking for. I love the taste, I love the feeling, the warmth, and so I've just kind of stuck with green tea recently, and it's helping. Granted, 3 o'clock comes around and I'm like, I could really use something to pick me up, and so I started doing this during my day. At work, I have a little bit of downtime that I can take, a few minutes and to move my body. And so I recommend that you choose a time and place that you'll have a little privacy, maybe to lay out a yoga mat, or not. Maybe you don't, that's not your thing, that's fine. And somewhere where you're not going to feel silly or worried about being seen or someone walking in and you feeling embarrassed. And so if you are going to lay out that yoga mat, you're a yogi, you could do 3 sets of sun salutation at a good pace. You could do some arm circles and twists, so like twisting the torso, and maybe a few standing forward bends. So really just hanging in that forward bend and allowing the blood to rush to the head and really start to circulate and oxygenate the brain is a great way to start to feel energized. So you can do legs together, legs apart in the forward bend. You can hang and swing and kind of twist in the forward bend as well. Just kind of moving and getting the energy flowing. I also love to practice then a deep squat and then finish in child's pose. So you can, child's pose is actually an inversion, so the blood continues to come to the head, but it's very grounding as well because, and nourishing and kind of calming because the third eye is pressed to the floor and it grounds. So we love, love, love child's pose. So if yoga is not your thing, I've gotten into kettlebells. I have a 10-pound kettlebell and it is stashed under my desk. If you don't know what a kettlebell is, YouTube it. You can YouTube an exercise. They have tons of exercise, like ready-made exercises for you, workouts to do with the kettlebell. And I put it under my desk and I break out this puppy whenever I'm feeling like, all right, I've been sitting for however long, 40 minutes, planning, writing emails, whatever I'm doing. I need to stand up. I need to get moving. I'm like starting to fall asleep, right? So got to get the blood moving. So I start at maybe recommend starting at three sets of 30 squats. You can do 10 with both arms, like both arms out in front, one arm, the other arm, and you're just squatting and swinging this kettlebell. It's awesome. And then you can take it up a notch by squatting back into the heels and then lifting up onto your tippy toes and then squeezing the abs. Feels amazing. I also really squeeze the glutes as well to get that extra lift in the butt, get that yogi butt. And I also do some side lifts, like side extensions like this to work the obliques, and maybe some overhead triceps and like a few sets of push-ups on my knees. So you'll definitely be sweating after this exercises, but you'll feel amazing. And so what, you sweat a little bit, you wipe it off, it'll dry, your shirt will dry a little bit, no problem. And it really gets the blood pumping. You will definitely get that sweat going and you'll feel oxygenated, ready to go, the heart's pumping. And make sure you hydrate, so make sure you're drinking and sipping your warm water. And by the way, I do this in my work clothes, so I'm literally, I have a skirt on and I'm doing kettlebell squats in my classroom. I'm alone, but yeah, it's just, typically I look I wear pretty comfortable clothes, so I do wear like stretchy pants or stretchy skirts so that I'm comfortable, and that's what I'm comfortable in. I mean, you could bring a change of clothes, but for me, it's just that's like a whole nother step, and it's kind of might create resistance in you actually doing a little workout. So just go for it, kick off your shoes, and go for it, whatever clothes you're in. All right, so that was option number one. If you need to energize, you want that cup of coffee, but you don't necessarily want to depend on that coffee every day, you need to energize and get that little workout in. Hey, Nicole. And so option number two, if you are feeling high stress and really intense, you need to chill the fuck out, then you were going to take option number two. So I've written this up for you. It's in the post. But it's, again, about finding a quiet space, a private space that you can sit. And if you don't have access to this kind of place, which, I've actually done before, is just put my headphones on in the office. I turn on my relaxation station on Pandora, and I just kind of sit and take a few minutes for myself. I close my eyes, and I don't give a rat's ass about what anyone's thinking about me, because I'm doing my thing. I'm doing me, and I know that this is what's going to make me feel good. And you know what? Maybe somebody could take a lesson if they start to see you doing things like this, starting to care for yourself. Hopefully it's rubbing off on other people, and you can start to create that positive environment that you want to work in the workplace as well. So hopefully you'll be a positive influence. So just go ahead, plug in your earphones, close your eyes, take a few deep breaths. Tune out the thoughts. So tune out the thoughts of whatever judgments that may be coming into your mind, thinking, oh God, what are people going to think if they see me closing my eyes, blah, blah, blah. So what? Your self-care is number one for sure. And, you need to do you. You need to take care of yourself. So you start taking a few nice deep breaths into the belly and releasing out the mouth. Something about this exhale out the mouth really just starts to release and detox, and it is a great way to start to release that stress. So I talk about horse lips, and it's one of my favorites, and it's actually something I started to do especially when I was pregnant, because I talk about when you relax the lips, you relax the cervix and relax the vaginal canal. And so I started to do, there's a nice big inhale. My gosh, it feels so good. And it relaxes my jaw, because I'm that pitta type, and I tend to clench my jaw. So when I'm intense, I have this look, and then I have this look, and it doesn't feel good. So eventually, after I've had an intense day, I can just feel it. And my lips, I tend to purse my lips as well. First of all, I don't want the wrinkles. But also, I can just feel the tension. And so this helps just release that out. And so you can practice that. Maybe you do a little self-massage. I love this. On the eyebrows and in the temples and in the jaw, right? And sometimes a little tapping is nice too. Oh my gosh, there's so many tools that I can provide for you guys to start to relax throughout your day. And so if you're into essential oils, peppermint oil is amazing. It has this way of cooling but also energizing as well. So peppermint oil is a great thing. I just take a little drop on my tongue. It's intense, so you're going to want to maybe sip something and swish it around in your mouth. And wow, it's just has this cleansing, kind of refreshing, energetic. And it'll clear out all that stale energy that's been hanging out for a while. So if you're feeling especially heated, you're going to want to practice Shitali breathing. And I have taught this before in my Pitta video a few weeks back. And so Shitali is when you curl your tongue like a taco and you breathe the air in through your tongue. Hey, Heather. So we're talking about Shitali breathing, cooling breath to relax and decompress from your intense day, or during the intense day. If you have an intense moment, you're like, whoa, I need a moment. I need to take a second for myself. And so this is what you do. You curl your tongue up like a taco. Nice deep breath into the taco, into the tunnel, and it really cools the air. You can tell that the tongue actually, it's like an air conditioner, and it cools the air going into the lungs. And then actually exhaling out the nose is probably best. So my gosh, so calming. Just connecting with the breath, we start to calm down. All right, and so you can do this breath up to 10 times. It can be a little bit intense because that air is kind of like, the prana is like kind of shooting up into your brain, and it just starts to like cleanse the nadis, cleanse the energy centers. And you're definitely going to want to be seated and close the eyes. And then for sure, take a few moments to meditate after you're done the breathing. You can also, if you're familiar with alternate nostril breathing, if you're a yogi, alternate nostril breathing looks like this. It's inhale for 4 counts into the left nostril, and then exhale for 8 counts out the right. Inhale right for 4, exhale left for 8, and you always start and end on the left side. You can also retain the breath in the middle for 16 counts, and so it looks like this. So that was a little bit quick, and you're just kind of want to count Om 1, Om 2, Om 3, Om 4, Om 5, etc., so that you kind of keep this nice rhythm and whatever feels good for you. One of the tricks with Anuloma Viloma, or this alternate nostril breathing, is to take a very slow exhale. And that way you'll start to control the prana, because when you're first practicing this, you're going to want to like really suck in the air and then push the air out. But the slower and smoother you can do this practice, the more balancing it will be for you. And the more that you practice it, on a daily basis, the easier it'll get, the smoother it will become for you. And so you're going to do the Shitali and then balance the energy with the alternate nostril breathing, and you're balancing both hemispheres of the body and of the brain as well, the masculine and feminine. And so typically when we are like pitta pitta intense, the right side is activated, so our right nostril is going to be really, really clear. And sometimes we can check in with ourselves and see, okay, what side of my body right now is activated? Right now it kind of feels balanced for me. Whatever side is more clear is what side is activated, and the right side for me is a little more clear. And so that would make sense because I am talking, I am activated, I am using my pitta brain and my vata prana to speak the udana vayu. And so what else? And so whatever option you decide to take, whatever you check in with yourself and you decide, okay, I need a minute, I need to decompress, or I need to energize and I need to get moving, you'll definitely feel refreshed, you'll feel re-energized and grounded. Forget the afternoon sugar craving. I know, I get it all the time. It's tough, or forget that second round of coffee. Like, these simple practices will stimulate the prana flow in a way that will make you feel better, instead of that 10th cup of coffee or chocolate bar, which, trust me, I crave every afternoon. I'm like, I need a chocolate. But if we can go to the healthier option first, we can then check in with ourselves later and say, hey, do I still need that chocolate bar? Or, hey, do I need that cup of coffee now? And if it's a yes, go for it, because at least you did the healthier option first. And so I feel really excited to be sharing all these tools with you. I've really given you a lot of inside information, things that I tell my clients in the program, in the 8-week program, Back to Balance with me. That's a one-on-one VIP program that I offer, and lots of secrets and more. Oh my God, so much more, and personalized in the program with me. And so I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed these tools. I hope that you can integrate them into your everyday, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on Thursday. Keep checking me out here in Holistic Healing for Women. Also, I have created Promo Mondays, so if you're an entrepreneur, or if you are selling oils, you're selling facial products, you're selling healing events, things like that, Mondays are going to be a great day for you to post underneath my thread that I'll create for you so that all of us women can benefit from all the information that's out there. So please feel free to post under Promo Mondays, and I'm happy to share that information and share your goals and share your passions. Alrighty, women, so much love. Any questions, anything, any personal questions, any interests that you may have in working with me, please go ahead and message me. Would love to hear from you. So much love. Namaste, mamacitas. Be good, do good, and feel good with Ayurveda every day. Love. Peace.